I'm here in the jungle today to do some animal drawing. Animal drawing is fun, but it's a bit of a challenge because the animals move too fast. But maybe we can find one that's not moving, and we'll draw that one. I'm noticing that this jungle is just filled with occlusion. Look at this. Occlusion is basically just when things block other things. It's the most basic mechanism of the visual system, but it provides a simple hierarchy for depth. When we know that objects block other objects, which block other objects, and that gives us a sense of linear depth. There's all kinds of animals that we might be able to find here in the jungle. Ugh. Ugh. I hear something. Look. Look. Amazing. Look at that. I've never seen a jungle creature like this in the wild before. Wow. It's just sitting here sleeping for us to draw. Wow, perfect. All right, let's do this. Okay, well, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to prep my pencil. And I'm going to get it really sharp. And this is a really good pencil sharpener. It's all metal. There's 2 holes. Big hole is for length, and the small hole is for sharpness. So I'll put this in. Give it a good sharpen. Now, you have a good pencil sharpener if the wood comes off in a single sheet, or at least in big sheets, like that. That is a good pencil sharpener. And they should be all metal, too. It's made out of good materials. So now I'll put it into the 2 hole. And I'll make it really sharp. So you want to use a pencil of like medium softness, maybe. Play around with different lead types. This is a, what is this? This has ponies on it, so I don't know what that is, but it works. Probably a 2B, I would guess. Question: how can we make occlusion work for us? Well, occlusion is going to be what makes this creature truly embedded in the environment. We can see the creature is on the ground, surrounded by foliage. And so some of that foliage, grass and weeds, are in front of the creature, so they occlude the creature. And then we have some things in the background that are occluded by the creature. And the mechanism is slightly different. We can see that the occlusion of the grass in front of the creature is kind of soft and blurry. It's porous, so we can sort of see like a soft edge where that creature connects with the ground. However, on the top of the creature's back, where it occludes the background, is giving us a very, very sharp edge. That's an occlusion edge, where we have an object that's clearly blocking stuff that's behind it. So if we just maintain some softness on the lower edge and hardness on that upper edge, that should do a lot of heavy lifting to describe the spatial reality of this creature in the grass. We just need to hit a few notes of softness. You'll see that we don't need to have too much detail in this lower occlusion edge here, because we just sort of need to hit the right notes, the right cues. So your visual system knows that if we've got like a soft edge like that, that there's something in front of it. There's something kind of porous that's in front of the object. This has to be a hard edge, so now I'll use the edge of my pencil for accuracy. I don't even know what it is, a tiger or a lion or something. All right, let's get out of here. Where is my sword? Okay, this is a good lesson as to why we should not ever be doing this. We should not be painting or drawing wild animals in the jungle. It is way too dangerous. Today's episode was brought to you by Occlusion. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.